Hey everyone, today I'm going to be doing a real talk all about being an introvert and introversion. Yeah, that's the right thing. I know I haven't done a real talk in a while, but I know, I'm so terrible. I'm sorry. But I'm back and I have some good topics to talk about in the future as well. So if you have any real talk topics, leave them in the comments. I would love to talk about what you want me to talk about. So yes. So, I am definitely an introvert. There's no way on this planet that I am extroverted. I mean, I think it's funny that I do YouTube because I feel like it actually is a very introverted thing to do. And you're probably thinking, why do you think that? And I've heard this, I've heard multiple people who make YouTube videos say this, I'm this personality type, but oh, look at me, I'm sitting here talking to a camera, blah, blah. But, you might think, oh, well, you're putting yourself out there, like you're communicating with other people, whatever, on the internet. But, I mean, as I film this, what am I doing? I'm in my room, I have everything planned out, I get to edit and perfect everything, and then I release that to the world. And I release it once it's ready and once I feel like I am satisfied with it. And those are some of the biggest characteristics of an introvert. They're people who don't love to unnecessarily communicate with people. I hope that makes sense. They're really detail and kind of schedule-oriented perfectionists, potentially, and tend to keep to themselves or do a lot of things by themselves. Now, I think there's a huge misconception that introverts are like misanthropes. They don't like people. They never like going out. They don't like talking to people. They're rude. They're weird, nerds, lonely, have no friends, any of those things. I think people think those things, those terms and adjectives are synonymous with introvert, but that's not the case at all. And an introvert doesn't necessarily have to be shy either. They don't necessarily have to be afraid of talking to people. That's not that's not like a qualification for being an introvert. An introvert is someone who just finds the most pleasure in being by themselves and alone. And a huge way that people explain it is that you get your energy from being alone. You don't get your energy from being with other people. So it's not about not liking people. It's about how much interaction with people you need and want. It's not about the people necessarily. It's more about time. So for me, I've mentioned several times, I really don't have any friends. And some people think that's really sad. I've gotten comments like, oh, that's terrible. And for me, it's not a big deal. It really is not something that's on my mind really ever. Sometimes I think about it and I'm like, I should have more friends. There are so many people who are friends with all their classmates. They text their classmates, blah, blah, whatever. And I really don't text anyone. And that's okay with me. That's how I like it. That's how I've been my entire life. I have never, ever in my life had more than 2 close friends that I hang out with. Ever. Maybe 3, max. I've never had a huge friend group. Never, ever in my life. And that's just because I am an introvert. I don't need a ton of friends. I really cherish the few friends that I have. And I feel like I've finally gotten to a place where I do have a really good friend and I can hang out with her, even rarely because she goes to college in a different state. And it's like when we hang out, it's totally fine. And like it's like nothing changed. And we don't even really text or anything. So I really cherish the friends that I do have at the moment. So my thing is that in my program in school, I'm in school for elementary education, we do a ton of group work and collaborative work. So in my main classes, I am talking to people the entire class, basically. I mean, there are some classes that are lectures where you're quiet, but for the most part, I have a lot of time to socialize with the people in my class, and that satisfies my social need. I basically have, like if I split my day up into 3 parts, we'll say 8, about 8, I want to say 8-inch sections. Clearly I'm thinking about like my math class. 8-hour increments. I sleep for 8 hours. I'm basically in school for 8 hours. Not exactly, but we'll just say that. And then 8 hours, I don't have class, so I can do whatever I want. And so I basically am in class, socializing, and talking to people. And then when I get home, I can be alone for anywhere from, let's see, 8 to 12 hours, completely alone. I can talk to absolutely no one. I'll text like my boyfriend or my family, but I don't have to have any face-to-face conversation for like 12 hours. And it's completely satisfying to me. Never in those 12 hours am I like, I really wish I could just have someone to talk to. Because I get that, I feel that need for conversation and for socialization in class. Even just being around people fills that need. I don't even have to vocally talk to anybody. And I think that's kind of strange for some people who are extroverted and really love just hanging out with people and studying with people and just being around people all the time, because I'm definitely not like that, and I know that a lot of people are like that. And I don't know, I really don't need a lot of friends. I talk to my boyfriend every day. I have a big family, and I think that's part of it. My boyfriend is kind of the same way, kind of more on the quiet side, not too outgoing or anything. Our personality types are very similar. And he has a smaller family. He's only one of 4 family members. So he talks about wanting to hang out with friends more. And for me, I have a big family. I'm one of 7. So when I come home, it's like I get all the socialization that I need. So I don't feel like I have to outsource for it, if that makes sense. So whenever I say I have no friends, it's not like I'm looking for pity. I'm not sad about that. It's just an observation. It's not even an observation. It's a fact. And I'm fine with that. And if you're an introvert, you probably relate to that and can understand that feeling where you're like, yeah, it would be nice to make friends, but do I really want to hang out with any other people? And like for me, that's kind of part of it. It's like, okay, I have school. I want to have alone time. Like I love being by myself and doing what I want and not having to worry or compromise with anyone else. That's the best thing ever. But sometimes I'm like, do I want any friends? And then I'm like, I don't know if I want to mentally and like time-wise squeeze them in. So I don't know. Those are my thoughts. Tell me what you all think. Are you an introvert? Are you not? Do you like having a lot of friends? Few friends? Do you like being by yourself a lot? What do you think? So leave your comments in the comments down below. I think it's an interesting topic because I think a lot of people have misconceptions about it. I really think that people believe that introverts don't like people, never want to leave the house, always want to be by themselves. And that's not the case. It's just that we want to do it less often than extroverts. So, yeah. I honestly think that sums it up. It's not about being afraid of people. It's not about not wanting to be with people. It's just wanting to be with people less often. So, yeah. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you all think. I hope you all are having a fantastic day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, everyone.